So I'm going to be making an apple crumble because I have a whole bunch of apples, and it's going to be a hot spiced apple crumble, and I'm going to be sharing it with the neighbors. So the spices I'm going to be using are cinnamon, ghost pepper, and that's going to give it the heat. It's smoked ghost pepper too, so it'll have a nice flavor. And then allspice, cloves, nutmeg, ginger, and an orange. So first I'm going to be making my spice mixture. I'm going to use 1 teaspoon of nutmeg, 1 teaspoon of clove powder, 1 teaspoon of allspice powder, 2 teaspoons of cinnamon powder, and half a teaspoon of ghost pepper. Mix that all up in there. I'm going to add half a cup of sugar, mix that up, and half a cup of flour. Mix that up. So this is what we're going to toss the apples with. So now we need to get started on chopping the apple. I have a whole bunch of apples, and I think they're all red delicious. And I'm just going to leave the skins on because I'm lazy, and plus it adds more fiber. And I'm using this big pan here, so I'm just going to fill that up with apples. Okay, so that's 6 apples there. And now I'm going to zest this orange. Okay, so we got lots of zest there that we'll mix in there. And now I'm going to cut this orange in half and squeeze the juice in there. And let's see. I'll cut off that chunk of ginger right there. I really feel like I need a different knife for this, so I'm going to use a paring knife and cut off the peel of the ginger. Now I'm just basically going to cut it into small little pieces. And now I'm going to try and chop those into even smaller pieces. Now it's time to add that to the crumble. I'm going to take a spoon and try and mix that up in there. Ooh, this smells so good. So fresh. Now I'm going to use about 2 tablespoons of butter here, and about 4 tablespoons of butter, sorry. About 4 tablespoons of softened butter in the crumble, and then I'm going to add the seasoning. Okay, and mix that up in there. You know, it might be easier to mix this with my hands. I'm going to try mixing it with my hands. So I need to flatten that down. And now it's time to make the crumble crust. So I have my blender bottle. You could use a food processor. And I'm going to take some walnuts and fill my blender bottle. So this is probably about 1.5 cups of walnuts. I'm going to screw it on my blade. Okay, so we have some blended up walnuts here. That'll make a nice crumble topping for the crust. And then I'm going to take another handful of walnuts and put them on my cutting board. And then I'm just going to coarsely chop those, just to give it a little more texture. And add those to the bowl. Now I'm going to add 1 cup of oatmeal, and I'm going to add 1 cup of flour and mix that up. And now I'm going to add 2 teaspoons of cinnamon, 1 teaspoon of cloves, 1 teaspoon of nutmeg. And mix that up. And I'm going to add the rest of this brown sugar. It looks like there's about a cup of brown sugar in here. It's kind of old, so I got to break it up with my hands. Mix that up in there. I'm going to preheat my oven to 350. I'm going to melt 1 stick of butter in the microwave. And then I'm going to add that butter to the crumble and mix it up. Alright, we got a nice crumble there. So, I'm going to spread it out over top of the apples. Okay, the oven's been preheated now, so it's ready to start cooking the crumble. And I'm going to set the timer for 45 minutes. Alright, it's done. Let's pull it out. It's smelling pretty good. There we go. Let me zoom you in on it. Here it is. Now I'm going to dish myself up a bowl. Okay. Oh, it looks so good. Yum. There it is. I'm going to enjoy this and then I'm going to go give the rest to my neighbors.